Hello and Kumo here, and welcome to episode 15 of my beginner's guide. And today we're hopefully going to finish Act 6 and move on to Act 9. So to do that we need to get the Sunstone and the Moonstone, or at least I call them that, so we can fight the final boss of this act and move to the next one. Actually, we did actually get the Moonstone, I can see now, I almost forget that. But we do have a Moonstone, so now we're gonna go for... We're actually gonna go to Solaris Temple, so that's our target. And to go there, we can actually go two ways. We can either go this long way here and go to the Green Gate, then Imperial Fields, and after that we can go to Solaris Temple. We're actually gonna go over the bridge. If you actually have played Act 3 and actually walked the entire way down here from the Ebony Barracks, you can see in Act 3 this place would be blocked. But now in Act I can't talk right now. Act 8, sorry. We can actually go to the bridge. So this bridge is the one that's connecting to the other side. And Solaris Temple is going to be on the other side. And actually this is going to take a little bit of time to get there, so I'm going to cut here and show you when I finally get to Solaris Temple. And now we are at Solaris Temple. That actually took some time. But by the way, we are close to leveling, which means we can finally get our 5-linked armor actually. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see our damage with that. But first, let's go some more here in Solaris Temple. And by the way, I actually want to say sorry for still being quite slow by making this guy. I really should hurry up, and I think I've said that so many times. There's always something that comes in the way. Because as I said, my stated goal with this build guy is to get up high enough to actually defeat that Seer with this build. Back in the day when that Seer first came out, that was actually a quite big achievement, but nowadays it's not that hard because the power level of the game have risen so much higher. But still, defeating Seer with easily find and cheap items, well, it's not that bad. Let's see now, we actually got about a flask here, but before we do anything more, we actually got ourselves all levels, so let's head back to town and actually use that. Actually, I'm gonna sell this weapon here. I'm not gonna use them anymore in this build, so I'm just gonna sell them and get some currency out of them. And now we are going to see... Yeah, here was the way I put this armor. This character's item stash, we have it here. I want at least one green socket. I want one green socket. We got one blue there. 2 green. That's good enough. Let's go with that. So let's use this armor instead. Increases my life, that's quite nice. And now we can use Ancestral Call, my Dual Strike, my melee physical damage, my multi-strike. And then I could either use Maim or use added fire damage. Actually, I think I'm gonna go for added fire damage. So my damage now is 16,000 without auras. But I'm still going to level up both Maim and actually chance to bleed as well. Actually, I'm gonna level up Brutality, why not? Instead of just having it with me. So now I think we're good. My resistance, let's take a look at my resistance. My resistance is decent. For the upcoming boss battle against Lunaris and Solaris, cold and fire resist are quite important. I have a good fire resist, but I'm quite bad. Well, it's okay-ish cold resist. So I need to be careful against cold damage. But we actually got a passive skill point, so where I'm going? I don't really remember myself right now. But I should actually really take a look at my skill tree I made. But I really can't remember right now. But I want some life, so I'm actually considering going for this one here. But actually gonna go for even more life right now because I want the protection, because the damage is quite fine right now. And I'm walking the wrong way. But anyway, with the auras we have 21,000 DPS. So that's quite nice actually for this level. So I'm going to make my way to Solaris and I see you guys there. So here we have the portal, so let's fight the avatar of Solaris, or at least I call it that. Do a lot of fire damage, but it's not that hard. Like moving away from that fire spell may be a good idea. I actually want to say that this boss of these two are actually a little bit more dangerous than the Solaris version. But good fire resist and you should be alright. Yeah, we get this an orb. Oh. Here we go. So now it's time to fight the final boss for this act. We're gonna go to the Habringer Bridge again. So actually gonna go to Lunaris Conclave or whatever it's called. And go to the bridge from there. I think I have a spike right there. Yeah, I had. Should really ascend this character another time now, because I think I'm easily powerful enough. So I should really do that soon. Actually, how I ascend? I only ascended one time. So in the next episode it's time to ascend in Cruel. Because I am definitely powerful enough to do that. And that should be a nice increase to both my survival and my damage. So now we're just gonna go to the middle of the bridge, where the Twilight are, and we are going to do the boss fight. This boss fight is not that extremely hard, but well, it's still a boss fight. So let's get there. The thing I'm most worrying about this boss fight is the chaos damage. But let's do it. So let's place both the orbs there, and now we're just gonna choose one of them to attack first. Because they are just interesting by attacking each other. Actually, you need to change my ancestral call, because it's better to have better damage here. And this is something you should not do mid-battle as I did right here, but oh well. Ooh, that hurts. That's a lot of damage. Ooh, I should move away from that. That was so bad play of me, I can't even describe. Ouch. Man, that hurts. We're doing some damage to them, but ouch. And I have good fire resist. Right, maybe I'm gonna take back that this boss is not that hard, but it's not the worst boss, but well, it's not the most easiest one either. Oh, I'm not standing in that beam again. Whoa. Oh, and I died. Well, I don't really care that much. But again, I could play a lot more safe. But yeah. Now it's your turn, Solaris. Did I actually freeze you right there? Amazing. The cold damage. Well, to everyone that are watching, max out your cold resist before this fight. I should probably get some better items to actually max out my cold resist, because if I have only died to the Lunaris stuff, and that is cold damage, so I should have maxed out my cold resist. My cold resist is not most terrible, but I probably would have survived it, and I probably shouldn't just stand there and tank everything. So I want to have this one. It gives me some physical damage protection for each enemy up to 8%, and that's quite nice. So I'm gonna go for the solo Lunaris. And now we are at the Blood Aqueducts, not the normal aqueducts. Because, well, I think our action killing the beast actually did some stuff unintentionally. Oh yeah, I need to change back to my to that one, so let's take away Maim and put Maim there. Ooh, that hurts. I should stop doing that mid-battle, because you actually have the risk of, well, dying. And dying because you are doing stuff at the same time as you're fighting. It's maybe not the most smartest of ideas, but, well. I'm a little bit tired also today. That's maybe the reason why I'm playing a little bit sloppy today. So that's that at least. Oh, look at that, a Chaos Orb. We probably need that. On this character, instead of going a 6-linked armor, I think I have decided I'm actually gonna go for Bring of Rain instead. But I'm gonna be honest, I have not watched the price on Bring of Rain, so I don't really remember the price. But I'm only going to go for Bring of Rain if it is cheaper than a 6-linked armor. And it usually are cheaper, so we will see. Once upon a time, for a long time ago, when actually Bring of Rain, which are a helmet I'm talking about, actually it was introduced to the game, the price for that helmet was like 10 Exalt or something like that. And things have changed and that was a long time ago now. And they actually have like nerfed Bring of Rain like 3 times now. Well, actually, no, it was 2 times. So it's not as powerful as the original one, but still, it's very much a good item and a cheap alternative to a 6-linked armor. But back in that day, 6-linked armors was also extremely expensive. I remember when I got my first 6-linked armor, it cost me like 10 Exalt. It took me forever to farm that, and it was just a crappy 6-linked armor. It was like nothing special with that whatsoever. But nowadays you can get a quite decent 6-linked armor for like 14k or something, 30k or something like that. Not always, and it depends what type of armor you're looking for. But you can get a quite decent armor for relatively cheap actually. And if I can be honest, when they changed that so it was easier to get 6-linked, I actually like that change, because it was so much easier for people to actually make the builds they wanted. And not like before, actually even longer back in the day. Getting a 5-linked armor was very expensive. It cost several Chaos to get a quite crappy 5-linked armor. I remember getting my first 5-linked armor, which I bought for like 50 Chaos, and that was the cheapest one I could find. So things have changed since that. And that thing they have changed to actually the better, because, well, when people can't get an armor to actually use the skill gems they want, then they just get stuck because it's way too expensive and you have so low chance of actually getting a 5-linked, or not talking about a 6-linked. So, yeah. That was something I liked that they changed. And actually when, well, I'm talking about a long time ago in Path of Exile history, when actually changed so build defining items actually had higher drop chance. So people that wanted to make the builds actually have a bigger chance of actually finding the item themselves. And actually I quite like that change as well. So when it comes to item drops, it's quite nice as it is right now. You're finding quite good stuff there, here and there. But I'm gonna stop now talking about the old days in Path of Exile. Because I don't think so many of you are that interested in my early experience. So let's continue in the gameplay here. There are another boss, another god that's upcoming, which are relatively hard to, and a relatively hard fight actually. So we could actually kill that and get a passive skill point, which would be nice. And we do have level 59 right now, and when we are 64, then we have actually access to a quite nice base type for a weapon, so we could actually soon upgrade a weapon, and this time upgrade a weapon for like more permanent time and actually get a really good weapon, which are far better than the weapons I'm using now. I'm using Impurity Edge. We actually do chaos damage right now, a lot of chaos damage. But let's continue down here. I maybe gonna do it in the next episode, because this episode will not be that extremely long, and in the next episode as well I'm gonna ascend in crew, because as I said before, I am more than powerful enough to be able to do that. So I want to have at least 3000 life before I usually trying to ascend in Merciless. Why can't I? Oh yeah, I can jump down there. So, and about level 66, well, I like to be safe when I do Ascension. I don't like failing them. And it also depends on the build. Some builds actually become very, very powerful when they have managed to ascend, but before they have ascend they are weak because the build is built around some of the powers on the Ascension class. So, maybe you need help the first time, but then you can, after you do it one time, you can actually farm it after that. Some builds are like that. Now we are in the desert. And we should actually try to find the Stormblade here. So let's see if we can do that. There are an item, a quest item here, and if we find that, we can actually unlock the path to fighting the boss for this area. Oh, that hurts a little bit. This place, I actually like this place. It's giving a lot of experience. Because there are a lot of enemies in here. I kind of like that. So where can the Stormblade be? It would be, oh, here we have it. There are a waypoint here as well. I should probably take that if I get a chance. I'm gonna show how to fight the boss here, because it took me actually a while, because they actually introduced a new boss before this item here actually resulted in a passive skill point. But then Gravity Games changed it, so you unlock the way to actually fight another god if you doing this quest. And that's actually what took me a long time to actually figure out how to actually fight that god and get the quest item you need to fight the god, because it is a little bit convoluted how that works, and I think it's something that isn't really right with that, but I'm gonna show it of course. First actually gonna find the path to the boss before, so I can unlock it directly. And we actually get a level right now. And I soon actually want some more damage, so I should start thinking about that. But to next time I really need to check my skill tree I made for this kind of character, because I don't really remember it right now, and I'm really sorry. But it's hard to remember all the tons of skill tree that I have made and which one was for what build. But where can the way be? We're looking for the way to the oasis. It should be usually on this side here. See if we can find it. Ah, here it is. It's this way here. Now we can't go here because it's a magical sandstorm there. But with help of the Stormblade, we will be able to do that. Just going to kill these enemies here. And head over there. Let's see now. We have the Stormblade here, so let's make some space. And actually, we have another flask here, a Divine Flask, so let's use that. And we're not going to talk to you actually, but we're going to talk to Pontus and Vanya. And they will give us a quest reward, which I don't really care about. But then, remember this. After you talked to Pontus and Vanya, when you had the Stormblade in your inventory, go and talk to Sin. And a new quest will start here, and if we talk to Pontus and Vanya, we'll get this, Bottled Storm. And that was convoluted as shit. Why not just have talking to Pontus and Vanya and they give you the Storm Bottle and that quest reward? Whatever. But that took a long time for me to figure it out, because that was so convoluted. Because I don't know what, in the beginning I didn't know what was triggering this. Anyway. We do have a passive skill point to take. And I don't really remember if I went up to this area here or not. But I am quite tempted to go down here and go for the dual wheel, because right now I want some damage. So I'm gonna go this way. And now when we walk in here, we can go to Oasis, because we have unlocked the way. So now we're on the oasis, and now we just need to find the way to the boss in here. Usually on this side, but not always. So I'm just gonna follow these Lich, or whatever, these stony desert floor things. Actually, if we look at these stones here, it almost looks like this once upon a time have been underwater, because it looks like chalk. So maybe this probably haven't been a desert all in its existence. Well, and now I'm talking philosophically, but maybe this actually have been a sea or something like this in once upon a time, but because the stones looks like chalk. Yeah, well, overall, how a little about like that chalk feeling of the white stone and all of that. So maybe it actually have been a sea here before. Who knows? And actually, we have found a way. And this boss is relatively dangerous and do a lot of chaos damage. And actually, if I can be honest, it actually reminds me a little bit of a boss from Dark Souls 1. Oh, it was Quelaag, I think it was, from Dark Souls 1. And you're soon gonna see why. Not exactly, but a little bit inspired, in my opinion. But anyway, let's take away our Ancestral Call, because I want some damage and not going to be a lot of ads in here, so... Let's take Meme Support, and now that's a lot of damage. And here we have the boss, and for me it's a little bit inspired by Quelaag from Dark Souls. And this boss do a lot of chaos damage, so I need to be prepared for that one. I don't want to get hit by that because that do damage, and that do a lot of damage. So let's that one cleared. Let's continue our journey. Now this is a little bit of a tedious part, because she will follow us. We need to have her follow us. Well, she will just stop there and just do AoE attacks. So we need to just keep going and let her catch up to us. And by the way, don't stand in the quicksand because you're getting slow as shit. And you don't want to get slowed, right? Now we should be almost there. If standing in quicksand, you get a debuff on you, which I think it was stacking up to 10 if you're standing in it. And you can see now I'm soaked into the sand. But if you move, you're getting out of it. If you're standing in this quicksand here, you can see I'm sinking down, and you can see how slow I am right here. But if you go up of this, you can see I'm losing the stacks, and I move up to normal speed again. Let's fight you. Oh, I don't want to get hit by that attack. Now she's doing that jumping attack, and that is actually relatively dangerous. So let's just keep moving. Oh! Don't get hit by that attack. She leaves chaos damage on the ground, which can be a little bit dangerous. And she's summoning a bunch of giant scorpions at me. Which are a good thing, because they will actually give me some both charges, and they will actually give me some other good stuff, like flash charges back. Now she's doing that jumping again. How do I actually get damaged by that attack? That was like 100 miles away. Yeah, come here now. Now we're gonna fight. I dodged that. Don't want to get hit by that. Almost there. Almost there. And we did it. Boss are down. And I think I'm actually gonna end the episode right here. Why I'm getting chaos damage from? Some lingering chaos damage. This purple stuff on the ground. It's toxic. So now we're gonna go back to town. And actually I have another divine flask. I should actually equip this one. Use that instead of that flask. Actually, I can destroy that. So now we're just talking to whatever you are called. Can't pronounce your name, but we gotta get the good skills. And we're gonna use it and actually start getting down here to take. I'm actually gonna go for the dual wield notes here. They are quite nice. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video, and sorry if I said some stuff wrong here and there because I'm a little bit tired. But anyway, I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you guys soon.